Hi everyone, welcome to Central Texas Gardening. In today's video we're going to be harvesting potatoes, and I have my two helpers here with me that are going to help me get these out of the ground. So potatoes being really easy to grow, it's also really easy to see when they're ready to be harvested. In this case, the plant, instead of being typically upright like this, it'll flop over like that, and that's a good indication of when they're ready to harvest. Okay, so now that you determine that they are ready for harvest, this is just a pretty easy process. You're going to grab all your stems of your plant, grab it as low as possible here, and you're just going to pull it up. So again, just grab the lowest part, base of all these stems, and then you're just going to pull it right up just like that. And you'll usually end up pulling up a couple potatoes with it here, as you can see. Okay, so at this point it's just simple as digging around and getting your potatoes out of the ground. So again, I got my helpers with me here, so we're going to go ahead and start picking some of these up.
I picked the big one.
You can pick the big one up, yeah. Go put it in the bucket over there. So again, you're just going to dig around the dirt here. Make sure there's not any other loose ones in here. Okay, so we haven't found any more potatoes, so I think we've harvested everything that we can from this one. So I'm just going to refill the hole here. Sometimes you might end up accidentally leaving some in the ground, and you'll know because they'll start sprouting again, especially come next growing season. So again, same process. We're going to grab the bottom here, the bottom of the stem, and we're just going to pull. Like before, a couple potatoes came up here with it. So I'm going to discard my plant. In my case, I'll actually end up breaking this up in little pieces, and I'll throw it in my compost bin. Okay, so we're going to dig around for these potatoes here. Put them in our bucket we have right over here next to our garden bed. Yeah, that's one right there. Can you get it out? There you go, good job. And we're going to keep digging around and find a few more. You got to keep digging in here because some of them sometimes can be pretty deep. I think I feel one right down here. So just dig around the soil. Be careful. There are a lot of ants in this garden bed. But oh wow. Yeah, this is a pretty good plant here. There you go. There you go. Here, put it in the bucket. Good job. And I think that's everything. So we're going to cover our hole back up there. Make it good to go for next fall. Okay. So here are the potatoes that me and my two helpers we got from today. I have plenty more plants to still get, but this is what I got so far. The process for curing these is pretty straightforward. Put them in a single layer in a cardboard box on a flat piece of cardboard, which I haven't done yet. And you want to let it sit in a well-ventilated area, preferably in a cooler temperature. This time of the year, it's summer coming up, so I'm probably going to end up curing these inside, not outdoors like I would in the fall when the weather's getting a little cooler. So you want to let them sit in, like I said, a well-ventilated area where it's somewhat cool, has good airflow, and again, single layers and away from light if you can. You don't want too much light getting on these as you're curing them. Let them do that for a couple days or a week or so, and they should store pretty well after that. Growing potatoes is super simple to do. It's basically just putting them in the ground and letting them grow. Harvesting them, as you can see, is pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of pulling the plant out of the ground and digging out your potatoes. Here in Central Texas, I'm actually able to grow these twice a year. So if you live anywhere around in Central Texas, you can grow these twice a year in the spring and in the fall. So I recommend if you have a pretty good size harvest, set some aside, and you can use those to plant in a couple months coming up here in August and September, and you'll have some potatoes for over winter. I hope this video was helpful to some folks that are growing and harvesting potatoes for the first time. Don't forget to comment and leave your likes down below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you.